What is this fear, sabotage, and doubt that is trying to intrude upon this new life that you are creating for yourself? Hmm. Hello, everybody. This is the Maverick Experience, and I'm coming to you live from my second favorite place in the world. The first place is my garage, especially when it's hot and steamy outside. But I'm on my deck, so I'm in the backyard, and you hear all of nature behind me. And you may even hear some errant noises from some neighbors. Take everything as something, especially if it makes you think of something or remember something about your journey. So there's a new birth here. You're living a new life. You're starting a new life. You've started a new life. You're entering into a season of newness. There is a need to clean your space, your sanctuary, your temple. It might be your body. It could even be your bedroom. Maybe you need to wash the linen, fluff the mattress, change the curtains, fresh coat of paint, something like that. But there is a need here to keep your sacred space fresh, clean, and sacred because it has everything to do with the magic that you are creating. There's a new birth here, and you're guarding it vigilantly, or you are to guard it vigilantly. I almost called this video When the Goblins Come to Call, Love is the Only Answer. That may still even be the title. I'm not sure. You already know what the title is. But it's a message about fear, especially around this new birth, this new life. Now, new birth feels like it's somebody's name, like a church name or something about a new birth. There might be a new birth in your family or a pending birth, but there is newness around you. And there is also something that you are creating or have created that some of your guides, some of you rather, are being guided to, and you already know this is just your confirmation. You're keeping it close. You're keeping it close, just like a baby chicken. You're keeping it very close to your breast. You are nurturing it. You are allowing it to grow. You're keeping this under wraps. For many of you, this one you're keeping under wraps. Okay? Now, interestingly, it's starting to drizzle a little bit, guys. It's starting to rain a bit. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to let up the umbrella, which is why fear is coming up. Now I understand what it is. So some of you in the last few years have had to figure out your umbrella or find a new umbrella, which what I mean is shelter. I'm hearing gimme shelter. So some stability or something that you relied on or something that you built or something that you thought would be stable or solid, you had to, let go of, or it shifted or changed. Whew. Sorry, I plopped back down in the chair, guys. But something changed here. And with the rain beginning to fall just a little bit, the rain, you probably felt like, it's going to rain on your head. But the rain began to fall. And the umbrella that you used to have, you didn't have. But I feel, again, like there's something that you have been creating. I see the number 5 here. Also, the number 6 is here. February and April is also here. The number 24, the year 2024 as well. So a green butterfly or the color green, also a plant or greenhouse, mushrooms, the color red, polka dots, red and white and black and white, an oak tree and a tree house is also messages that are coming through. Something about neon green lights, neon green lights. I'm seeing what looks like headlights on a car, but they're neon green, okay? Toy car, race car is what I'm hearing. Fast and furious. So definitely after something seems nearly at a halt, there's something that's going to speed racer, right? So something's moving forward for you. But for now, like I said, some of you are being guided to keep this close to your chest, and you have been doing that. You will know when it's time to launch or release or, let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. Others of you, you are moving in this new birth, this new life, this new way of being. Many of you have had literal transformations. People that knew you back then are like, what is happening? What has happened? Okay. If I could, I'm hearing, if I could turn back time. So some of you maybe feel like you have turned back time, or this season was just getting things done, and you feel like you've redeemed. That's another message. Redeemed. A lot of redemption. Redeemed time. You've redeemed your time. Okay, so with this new birth card that I'm seeing here from the Sacred Rebel deck, because I love you sacred rebels who just are out here sensing the darkness when it rises and falls around you, but you know how to create a circle of light by your love. Because when fears from the past come, fears of lack, fears that want make you want to sabotage yourself by procrastinating or second guessing yourself, or erring more towards perfection than just letting your gifts flow freely and just letting it be what it is, because it's coming from you, so it's already perfect in God's eyes. You know what I mean? And it's according to the divine. If you are doing something from your heart, just letting your heart express itself through your gifts and in the way that you allow your personality to shine, that is perfect. There's nothing else that needs to be said. There's nothing that needs to be explained. That's the thing about walking in your authenticity. There's nothing about you that needs to be explained, because you are so grounded in who you are that it doesn't matter about others' opinions, because opinions can often sway based on whatever the weather is. You know what I mean? But as long as you are grounded in who you are, then it doesn't matter what anyone thinks or says. You know who you are, where you are, what you need to be doing. And even in those scarce moments, those little moments that you want to just, well, maybe like pause or question your motives or your movements, then you go, wait a minute. And this is what this message is about today. You know who you are. Ooh, breathe on that one. Off in the distance, I hear a motorcycle revving up to go. You know who you are, and you can move in this energy. You've been moving in this energy. I'm hearing the essence of you. The essence of you is so pure, yet so powerful. It's potent. So pure, so powerful. It's potent. Potent energy. That means it has an effect, an impact, empath. So, how else can you stop someone in their tracks? You bring up a fear. You present a false evidence that appears real, and it'll cause someone to maybe even stumble. Maybe, of course, wait, pause, you know. But today, you can rest assured that you have tenacity. And you have proven yourself time and time again. So this message is really just kind of serving as a confirmation that, yes, help is on the way. When I let up that umbrella, when it began to drizzle a little bit, just know that you are equipped. You have what you need. You will always have what you need. So do not worry. You will always have help. Some of you in the nick of time, some of you before time, some of you in time. But either way, it's always coming. You will never, ever, ever be left without. And in the event that you feel like something was taken from you and you're like, I just don't understand this, please know that that's exactly that you don't understand it yet. But if you are ever feeling like you are in discomfort for any part or within any part of your journey, just know that in that moment you may not understand, but it is so part of your purpose. And that gets added to the queue as blessings. Give her more, give him more. It's nothing that you do is in vain, nothing that you do is forgotten. Wow. Okay. So you have to let go of the fear. You have to let go of fear when it comes. Some of you, as I'm clearing my throat, you might have to just start to speak out loud Instead of thinking you got a dog, wow. You see what I'm saying? I can't make this up. Now we just gotta let it ride. You see what happened when I said that? You're gonna have to start to speak. I hope y'all can hear that dog in the distance. And I have 3 dogs, so they're just like, yeah, yeah. And there's even an echo. There's power in your voice. I think the dogs are saying we gotta get out of here. The mic is lit. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. China. China. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. The ancestors want y'all to speak. And a black crow just flew by. That's why I love it. That's why I say this is my second favorite spot. My first spot is out, so I can see the front of my house. I see the activity on the cul-de-sac. So I like to watch people, my neighbors. I observe. But out back, it's nature. And that's what we got. Just like that. And now we're getting a light rain after that. You're going to feel a lot better when you speak your truth to whoever this is you need to speak to, because the card that talks about the fear has a message about somebody that could be in your energy, that you are taking on their issues because, you guys are impacting each other. That's exactly what's happening. Wow. I'm going to keep this whole message. You hear that? Their energy. One dog barks, everybody barks. Okay, Bubba. China. Okay, Bubba. But you see, everybody gets impacted. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I had to switch up, come inside. Usually when the ancestors get real hype, which they normally do when I'm channeling like this, the animal kingdom stirs up as well. So again, I could not speak over all that barking, but that was definitely the message about how your energy is being impacted by the energy of another. So this is not, don't take this word personally, okay? But it is you're vulnerable or have been vulnerable to being manipulated. So this is just a message saying, detachment will serve you well now. And this could be even a message that you've already, gone through. This is a message that you've already had, that you need to detach from things, and so you've gone through this energy. So this is just a reminder or just a confirmation to you to say yay, but this was also a lesson for you not to let other people's stuff lead you into reacting into old wounds, places that you have healed from or come from. You're no longer there anymore. So this is about that new birth, guarding it very vigilantly. This is about that new birth, really feeling like you are protecting something very sacred and beautiful. And it's a legacy, because those are the kind of words I was hearing. Posterity, not prosperity, but posterity, sorry. And legacy. So it's beautiful. And so affirm to yourself that you are not afraid, or I have no need to be afraid, or you can even say all is well, or all is extremely well, which is one of my favorites. So the goblins happen. We get these goblins when we are wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. So for the collective that I'm talking to, you might have lost your innocence due to the traumas from the childhood and so on and so forth. But the story. But these when that happens though, the point is you forget your point of wholeness. So this has been just a very beautiful journey of you returning to yourself and really holding yourself, like making a container for yourself, the container of safety or stability that you might have. Maybe you didn't have that with other people, but you have made it for yourself. And those of you who are getting there or that is a desire of your heart, just know that you are here. You've been guided to this message because this is happening for you. You are really making a life for you, and it's beautiful. And for, again, some of you have to still hold it a little bit close to your chest, and you know what this is. If you're feeling a tightness in your chest, like that gripping fear, then that this is not your message, because I'm bringing confirmation, not trying to scare you. That is not truth. Your truth is known to you through your body. Your body is relaxed, so your body feels it's a knowing, it's a peace and a rest. So if you feel anxious in any way when you hear any of these messages here, then that is not your message. Please don't take it. And this is how you spare yourself a lot of fears and anxiety and worry, because fear is really an illusion. So choose love always. When there is a choice, choose love, okay? Because again, we said that you might be connected to somebody that can manipulate you into reacting out of old ways, old patterns that you had. So you have to know that you have to choose love, period. So forgive yourself first, forgive others. Because if the goblins pay you a visit or these fears come to you, know that they represent that shadow of your own self, or it could be someone else's, like we said, that entanglement. And but it could lead you to something to cause you to react. But we know that everything is really an opportunity to grow. So this is another opportunity for you to love yourself even more if you found yourself already doing this, or you just did this recently. And maybe that's why you've been drawn here or you've been brought here, because you just need to hear that that's okay. Because how are you going to learn to speak your truth until you start speaking? That's what the dogs are doing. That's why they were barking and carrying on. But that's why I'm saying this is a message inside of a message, especially for those of you who are resonating strongly with, there's a person that you would serve you. It would serve you well to detach from this person. It create just a little bit of space. You know what I mean? Don't try to do everything at once. Don't try to do a big chop, is what I'm hearing, even if you did it to your hair or to your relationships or your cords. Some of you have been trying to cut cords, but I'm saying maybe you've been trying to, cut cords that didn't really need to be cut. They just needed a little separation, needed a little grip loosened or something. You know what I mean? So just, give yourself, there's many, 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 many outcomes that can happen for you. That can happen for all of us. That's what makes this journey so magical and so beautiful, right? But here's the thing: choose love. Choosing love will open up all of those myriads of opportunities. But fear constricts, fear confines, and it limits us. So choose love. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Let it all go and keep moving. All right. So let's talk about some traits that you have that works for you, and then others that maybe, when you do those traits too well and too much, you get a little out of balance. What happens? This is coming through as the engineer with Mars energy. Yeah, this is about that, that boundary setting and conflict. You know what I mean? Just how you handle that reaction. Every problem has a solution. So you come to the table as one who is known to be curious, but you're very productive as well. You're very technical. You're hardworking. You're focused. You're creative. You're competent. See, we talked about that creativity earlier. You're practical. You are competitive. That's that reaction. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Somebody might try to, you probably doing the whole, I'm just going to allow and surrender, and you've been really trying to work on your USA, but then you got somebody that's like, you sure? You want to do this? You want to do that? Hey, come on, this is happening, da-da-da. Or there's something else, and something that you might see or something you're still exposed to that kind of makes you almost fall back into an old pattern of being competitive. And in that, I don't mean it's in a bad way, because here we are again saying it's just an attribute. But I'm saying when it's out of balance, you could be so driven. So that's what you've been working on. So these are the kind of things that you're just being mindful of, but not being too hard on yourself. Just letting things be what they are. because you are also decisive and determined. So when you do make a decision, you stay the course, all right? You're determined to see it through. You're analytical, you're adventurous, you're loyal, and you are generous. So, when it comes to love, you are a talker. You want to just you're the engineer. You want to see why things are the way they are. What makes this person tick? What is it about this person? Every problem you feel has a solution. And so your soul desire is always, at the very least, to be a channel for discovering a better way. You always feel like there can be a better way. Not that you are ungrateful or unhappy, but you just feel like there can always be an improvement to what we're doing. So part of your purpose is to discover and apply these better paths. Like we said, there's things could be better, these improvements. So you are to discover better paths for change in the world. This is something that you do naturally. It's just like breathing to you. You just can. But here's what happens when you are out of balance, which is why you are being told, don't let the goblins from the past try to gobble up what you're doing in the present, because there is a new birth, there is a new you that you are very much nurturing and cultivating right now, and having to guard vigilantly so that it can really blossom, really bloom, and you are really on the verge. You've been initiated, you've been tried, you've been tested, you've been proven. It really feels like you're poised to fly. So you have to be mindful of being falling into being arrogant or aggressive, which we talked about earlier with the entanglement with the energies, or overly analytical, or negative or self-judging, because these are the things that limit you. Because then we start the message with doubt and fear and sabotage, trying to come for your new life. This is what happens. You get very negative. That self-sabotage. Maybe this won't happen. With that being overly analytical, you'll start overthinking, and then you'll start running scenarios and all the little what if things, and then you'll just start to spin and spiral and la 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 la. You know what I mean? So this is the part of you when you're not balanced. Just mindful of it, and just mention it to you. If you find yourself right now as you're listening to this message and you're going, oh my gosh, that's me, there is hope. You're fine. There is hope. You're going to get beyond this. We promise. You're going to get beyond this. You will be able to set your boundaries. You'll be able to detach from people that you thought that you would never be able to detach from, because it will get to such a point that it will be so blatant that you must let go of anything that no longer serves you. So just keep breathing, keep trusting, keep waking up every day, and keep being your best self. That's all you need to do, is have those intentions. All right, so I'll just close up this message. I'll get ready to close the message and just say that your spirit guides really want you to be attuned with your body, okay? If you're not grounded and attuned with your body, you're probably stuck in your head too much with a disregard for your emotions. Don't ignore your emotions, okay? You become frustrated and arrogant and full of shoulds and judgments to make other people wrong when you get stuck in your head too much and you are not attuned to your body. All right. So, and also there is no solutions with this. It's like that stuck energy. And when you are stressed, be mindful that you can become very negative or self-judging. You can be running the same negative thought loops, like I said earlier. So if you find yourself feeling these feelings, you have been cut off, you're spiritually cut off, and your ego is in charge. All you have to do is dial back, meditate, breathe. You must intentionally slow your pace. Slow down intentionally. Intentionally chill out and listen. Tap into your body. Tap into your body. Tap into your body. So, China. Interesting. So with that, I will close with this angel message. China. Come here. Let me close with the angel message. Maybe that's the angel that needs to speak and they heard him. Who was that, Raphael? Yes, the root chakra. I feel Archangel Michael, actually. But just this makes sense with the goblins and the fear card, because you remember the fear is an illusion. So they're saying choose only positive thoughts. China. I'm going to need a dog whisperer to go ahead and break that down for me. The dogs barked the entire message. I was closing. China, come here. Come here. There she is. Thank you. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, your career, and finances, as your words determine your outcome. So these are root chakra energies. This is about balancing your root chakra, which is all about, where will I live? It's literally your stability, the physical part of you, what you eat, what you wear, your personality, those kinds of things, your ego identity. So be very mindful what you're speaking, because you're manifesting whatever it is you say. So they want you to err on the positive side. Like we said earlier, the goblins come to rob you of your present peace, and to make you think that you'll never attain what you're reaching for right now, which is this new birth that you have been guarding vigilantly. You got it. So stay positive about everything, every aspect, every facet of your life. All right? That's all I'll say. Thank you so much for being here. This has been your Maverick Experience. Till we meet again, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. Later.